This is the part 2 of my previous video of video editing tips and tricks, so if you haven't watched that video yet, please don't stop. Keep watching this video, finish it, and then go to the part 1 where I have shared some of the most useful tips of video editing that will definitely help you increase the speed of your editing. Hello guys, my name is Shubhadeep Mondal. I'm a filmmaker and a guitarist. I make short films, music videos, photo and video editing tutorial videos just like this one, as well as detailed guitar tutorial videos on this channel. So if you are new here and are interested in any of these topics, then please consider subscribing by clicking on the big red subscribe button down there, and also click on the bell icon next to it to turn on notifications so that you don't miss any update whenever I upload a new video. So getting that out of the way, let's get started with the video. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the more advanced tips and tricks of video editing inside Premiere Pro, which you may or may not know yet. But these are some of the techniques which have helped me the most to increase my video editing speed, improve my techniques, and saved me from a lot of frustrations. So without further ado, let's start with the first tip. As an amateur editor, I used to do a lot of things inside Premiere Pro which I later realized can be done so easily. If only I had known this earlier, it could have saved me a lot of time. In an edit, quite often you will need to select only the video or audio of a clip, or you want to cut the video only or drag the video or the audio separately. To achieve that, you may be doing it in a longer process. Whenever I needed to edit the audio or video of a clip separately, the process I used to do is right-clicking on the clip and then select this option called Unlink. This separates the video from the audio and now you can manipulate them separately. However, there is a much more efficient way of doing this. All you need to do is press and hold the Option key if you are on a Mac and Alt key if you are in Windows, and then perform the edit. Holding down the Option or Alt key temporarily disables the link between the video and the audio of a clip. Now you can drag them separately or select the video or audio only and cut as you wish. Letting go of the Option or Alt key will re-enable the link between the video and audio. Please start implementing this tip if you haven't already. I will make a detailed separate video on keyframing and motion graphics inside Premiere Pro. In this video, I would like to let you know about an option which Premiere has inbuilt, which you may or may not use yet, that can take your text and other animation games to the next level. Whenever you use a keyframe inside Premiere, you will see this down arrow button over here, which you need to click on in order to open up the keyframe assist. Let me demonstrate it by showing you an actual example of how to use this option. I will make a simple but professional looking lower third all inside Premiere. There are 1,000 ways to do the same job, but I'll show you a simple method. Here, I'm taking a color matte to use as a background. Choose the color of your choice and name it. Place the color matte on your timeline. Now go to your effects browser and search the crop effect and drag that onto the color matte. I will use this matte to animate the background of the lower third. Now select the text tool and click on the canvas. Write down your name or whatever. Place it at the bottom left corner of the screen. Now select the color matte and go to the effects control tab, and from here crop out the top, bottom and right of the color matte to your liking. The main goal is to properly fit the text. This is what I want my final lower third to look like when the animation ends. And I want the animation to occur within 1 second. So go to the 1 second mark on your timeline, then come over here and click on this diamond button to create a keyframe for the right property. Here I'll also select the text layer and create a keyframe for the position property. Now go back to the color matte effects control panel and go to the beginning of the timeline and change the value for the right property to 100%. Then go back to the text layer and change the X position in a way so that the text completely goes off of the screen on the left side. Then you will have your simple lower third ready. It looks okayish, but it's not looking professional yet. So let's spice it up a bit. Now click on this drop down button, select this keyframe. This will open up the control handle for the velocity of the animation for this property. I would like the animation to start fast and its velocity to slow down gradually towards the end. So I'll drag this handle to the left in this manner. I'll also do the same thing for the position property of the text. I will even offset the keyframe around 5 frames. That way the text animation will end a bit later and the overall animation will look more dynamic. Now if you play back, you can see that now it's looking way more professional. For even additional drama, I will search for the directional blur effect and drop it onto the text layer. I will add and animate a fake motion blur effect to the text. So I'll set the start animation to around 20 and want it to go back to 0 when the text comes to its end position. Now check out the whole thing. See, This simple trick can make your animations look way more professional without ever having to open up After Effects. So this was just a small example. You can use the keyframe assist for each and every effect that supports a keyframe. You may need to practice a bit to get comfortable with this option. I'll suggest you to play around with it until you get your desired result. Once you get the hang of it, then only your creativity will be your limit. If you are planning to own a website or start an online business, then you will need a reliable hosting service to host all your domains. To host all my websites, I use HostGator and I haven't faced any issues till now. So I can recommend you to consider their service while looking for a hosting plan. And they have been kind enough to hook me up with a coupon code to share with my viewers and subscribers. So if you buy from my link and use my coupon code, you will get a hefty discount. Please check out the video description below for all the updated information. If you are using this to speed up or slow down your footage in Premiere, then let me tell you there is another awesome way of manipulating the speed of your footage. Zoom in the video track to see this line. This is the opacity line and it controls the opacity of your video. The same way, you can use a similar line to speed up or slow down your videos. Right click on the FX button and choose Time Remapping and then Speed. Now you'll have a different line that will control the speed of your footage. If you increase this line, the speed will increase accordingly, and if you pull the line downwards, the speed of the video will reduce. To speed ramp, hold the Command key on Mac and Control key on Windows and click on this line where you want the speed ramp to occur and click again where you want it to end. This will place 2 pins on the line with which you can control the speed ramp. You can split the pins in 2 halves by clicking on the either side of the pin and dragging it outwards. This will smoothen up the ramp instead of making a sudden jump in speed. This looks much fluid. You can even ease in and out the ramps with these handles. Now all you need is an audio cue to support the ramp. You can also use it in between 2 different clips to use as a transition. This 4th tip will be a quick one and it can be a lifesaver. Many a times you will see that whenever you are dragging an audio video clip to the timeline, the video comes but the audio doesn't come. In that case, you will need to check if this button over here is turned off. You will need to double click on it to re-enable this option, and then when you drag the clip, the video will come along with its audio. Trust me, this tip will save you from a lot of frustrations on the long run. The final tip is also a quick one. Sometimes for some reason in a huge edit you may need to delete some clips and rearrange your timeline. So what you do is you delete the clip, then select the rest of your timeline and drag it to the end of the sequence to the left. This process takes much longer and also can cause problems to the edit. So instead of that, what you can do is you select the clip you want to delete, hold down the Option key on Mac and the Alt key on Windows and then press the delete button on your keyboard. This will delete the clip and also merge the sequence on the left with the sequence on the right, just like that. This option is called Triple Delete. So that wraps up my tips for video editing. Now let me know in the comment section below if any of these tips will actually help you improve your editing speed and which one of these tips will you implement right now. If you have liked this video and have learned something new today, then please give this video a thumbs up and also share it with your video editor friends. And don't forget to check out the part 1 of this video where I have shared 5 more tips of video editing that will help you speed up your editing workflow. So till then, take care and I'll see you in the next video.